one loves person two. Guess what? Shenanigans ensue. Person one hates person two. Guess what? Still shenanigans ensue. Person one fake dates person two. Guess what? You guessed it. Shenanigans ensue. Co-host one reports a co-host two. The name of the show? Shenanigans ensue. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Jane, and welcome to Shenanigans Ensue.
A podcast where doubt that the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move.
No, we haven't the time. Talk prose. We always have the time for Shakespeare.
Every time.
Each episode we'll watch a rom-com and discuss its merits as a member of the rom-com genre.
We'll cover well-worn classics, hidden gems, and everything in between.
We'll give you our unsolicited opinion on every trope, caper, and flim-flam the film used, or maybe abused.
And of course,
the Shenanigans! Happy Valentine's Day, everyone!
Yay, month of love,
Yay.
month for rom-coms.
Every month is a month for rom-coms with us.
That's true.
As per our tradition, we have a guest today. Welcome to the pod, Linnie.
Hey, how's it going? I'm so excited to be here, and honestly, I feel like it's a gift that I get to talk about this movie with you guys.
I'm so excited. People probably know this, but just in case, we let our guests select the movie that they would like to do with us. So, Linnie, would you like to tell the people what you have selected?
I have selected the only possible movie, which is Shakespeare In Love.
Yay!
This movie has so many things that are great in it. And also, when I heard that Jasmine had not seen the movie, I was like, well, I couldn't have picked anything else. But, like, the universe now demands that this is the one we watch.
We have to do it. And what is so funny is that because this is a shorter season, we don't do what we usually do, which is we have a double feature where the films are linked in some way.
Usually one of the actors or both of the actors.
Yes, but we are, in a way, getting a double feature with this film because we're getting the plot of the movie and then also basically the entire Romeo and Juliet.
So it is a double feature.
Oh, that's so true. Because we really do get to see both.
So funny.
They don't hold back.
No, you basically watch all of Romeo and Juliet. It's wild. Essentially, they only cut out the nurse scenes. Like, that's basically it.
Now, before we get stuck in to Shakespeare in Love, Linnie, we ask all our guests, what are your favorite and least favorite tropes of the rom-com genre?
Absolutely. So I think my least favorite is probably love triangles. It feels like either there's a loser from the beginning and that just feels bad because someone's not communicating or someone's being like, is it a love triangle if one person has said, I'm not into this, and the other person keeps pursuing them? That doesn't feel like a love triangle.
Yeah.
But we label that as a love triangle. Or it's just like it needs to be solved with polyamory.
Right.
And it never is, and I find that deeply frustrating. Like, hey, what if you had a conversation?
Yeah.
So that's I think my least favorite.
Why haven't we had a poly rom-com yet?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
It's right there. And I think my favorite is Enemies to Lovers.
Oh, a favorite of ours as well.
There's just, I don't know if you know Jill Barup, who's an online, talks about armor and romance and a lot of like fantasy tropes and stuff.
No, I don't know.
But her line on like Enemies to Lovers is that like it is very compelling because at any moment he is taking her seriously. And I love that in a rom-com.
What a take. Oh my goodness.
That's an excellent line.
You have to be an enemy to take a woman seriously. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I think that's my favorite. And it's always just, there's so much dramatic tension. Yeah, it's great.
It's definitely one of our favorites.
I love it too, but I'm always so worried about it because if it's too contentious at the beginning, I'm like, girl, why? Why would you do this?
Why do you like him?
I think it's one of those where like they both have to be like they both have to done something to each other.
Yeah,
right.
that's
If it's
true.
just he's an asshole and she doesn't like him, I don't think that's enemies to lovers. That's just like a guy who needs to grovel a lot. But if it's like they both pissed each other off, off.
Yeah.
And they both hate each other. It's like there's equality there. I think that's true enemies to lovers.
Equal opportunity.
And that's feminism.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we love enemies to lovers, but we both hated the ugly truth because it was just too mean and he was too much of a misogynist and there was just no coming back for that character for us.
They tried really hard with the nephew to make him more approachable, but I was like, I don't know. The nephew's sus too.
I still don't know.
I feel like true enemies to lovers, like, it's that they have to have done something. It's not just that they hate each other for, like, who they are.
Yeah.
There has to be a different layer to it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have enemies to lovers in this, but we do have a lot of other great tropes. So before we dive into those, let's hit the plot synopsis.
Let's do it. When William Shakespeare, yes, that one, is desperately looking to cast Romeo in his new play, he ends up casting Master Thomas.
What he doesn't know is that Thomas is actually the Lady Violet.
Shenanigans ensue.
One of my favorite hidden identities ever.
The hidden identity is crazy.
Bananas.
So you show up to audition for this play, which is already crazy for the time period, you know?
Yeah.
And then you show up not for Juliet, you show up for Romeo? Girl, slay. Go off, queen.
Like, she could have just, like, pretended to be a man pretending to be a woman. She was like, no, I'm gonna show up and commit to the whole being a man in theater vibes.
If I just go all the way, then no one will ever suspect, right?
I mean, it was startlingly effective in universe.
It certainly lent itself to more comedy by her making that choice.
Mm-hmm.
And more opportunity for confusion.
Yeah.
And no, never mind. We'll get into the boat scene later.
Oh my goodness, that's what I was thinking of when I mentioned this. But let's hit more general thoughts. Sorry, I got so excited.
No, same. So, full disclosure, I cannot stand Gwyneth Paltrow as a human, but
fair take.
her acting is excellent. She's really great in this.
Yep. You just have to give it to her. She really...
Yeah.
She nailed it.
She nailed it.
When I was watching this, I was like, girl, why did you have to go do goop and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You were great. Stick to your acting. Like, I enjoyed her arc in Glee.
Why'd you have to be so unnecessarily hateful towards the working class for no reason?
Yeah, and that.
Oh, I can't stand her.
She is exhausting to me as a person.
Truly.
And therefore, like, the juxtaposition of how I feel about her as a person and how I feel about her when I see her act, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's making me irrationally angry because I want her to be a better person.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably the reason why I haven't actually watched this film, like, start to finish. I know I've seen scenes from it.
Oh, because of her?
Yeah, because I'm probably just like, I don't know.
You're like, oh no, what if I like her in this? What does that say about me and my principles? Devastating. Absolutely devastating to them, for sure.
Yep.
But how is she so good at being a human in this? And when I come across interviews with her or promo things, she doesn't feel like a human.
Yeah, she's like a soft launch of a chatbot.
Yeah. I was going to say AI, but exactly. Yeah. It's so bizarre.
I mean, I just kind of feel that Gwyneth Paltrow might just be playing a little bit herself in this. Like, she's a very upper class woman who just wants to be a theater kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really think that Lady Viola has, like, a ton of sympathy for the working class in general.
No.
You know, she's already... I don't know, I think Gwyneth Paltrow was just like, what would I be like if I was in this time period? And then had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
It was cute. It was cheeky. The pillow talk scenes were really sweet as well. So it was just really, I was impressed.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also had so many other fun actors who I'd forgotten were in this. And some like really great surprises. Starting with Colin Firth. I'd forgotten he was in this. Chewing up the scenery as the villain.
Why is Ben Affleck in this?
Right?
Who let him be in this?
What's he doing there?
I'm not mad. I just don't understand the casting.
It was a choice.
He does a good job.
Right? He does.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just, you're like, this shouldn't work.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be working at all. And he is indeed doing a great job. Yeah.
I don't particularly like Ben Affleck as an actor or any of these other stuff that I've seen him in. My takeaway from this is he needs to do more comedy.
Yeah.
He can ham it up. I genuinely laughed out loud with his scenes.
He's the inverse Paltrow.
Have you seen, and we can't get it too in the weeds here, have you seen Dogma?
No.
No. No.
Okay, you simply must see Dogma. So it's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yes.
They play
Ooh.
two angels who've been kicked out of heaven.
Yes.
It is one of the funniest things I've seen, and it is a batshit movie from beginning to end.
Oh my word.
Yep, love.
If you're looking for more top-tier Ben Affleck comedy of that time period, recommend.
That's so fun. Okay, that's on the list. We'll watch it for funsies.
It's definitely not a rom-com.
Just straight up com.
Is there romance? No, it's just a straight-up com, yeah.
That's fine.
And then also we have the icon, the legend,
Ugh.
Dame Judi Dench.
Every time. Flawless.
Yeah.
Love her.
God.
She's so savage in this as the queen. That character could easily have just been a straight man, you know? But she adds so much bite to it.
So cutting.
It's amazing.
The comments are incredible, but it's appropriate, right? Only the queen can say something like that.
Yeah.
Wild.
And she's just mean to everyone. Her sass has no boundaries.
Equal opportunity.
Absolutely.
Insulting to Violet, insulting to the guy. I can't. It's too funny.
And then, of course, we have Imelda Staunton, I'm not sure how to say her last name, as the nurse.
I've seen her in so many things.
I mean, she played the newest iteration of the Queen in The Crown. She is the hated Dolores Umbridge in all of the Harry Potter films.
So good.
She's in so many things. She's a great actor. I love her so much.
She's so sweet. She was an absolute homie as the nurse in this as well. Classic nurse energy. Like,
yeah.
So great. And just like, I don't know, you needed someone to make all that make sense.
Yeah.
Like, there had to be someone who was behind the scenes who wasn't a complete airheaded actor with
Yeah.
love to all of the characters, but they were all head empty. And she was like, fuck, okay, someone has to keep this ship going.
And she's just so supportive. I did love the eye roll when Will comes out disguised as the cousin.
oh yeah, another nurse.
Eye roll. It was so funny.
So many questions about that choice. Hilarious. Okay, so before we get totally into talking about all the shenanigans, let's hit the tropes. Okay. We've got hidden identity. So many, actually.
Yeah.
Like, everyone decides to use a fake identity for a while.
Absolutely.
We've got montages. We've got, like, a couple of dramatic chases.
So many. Everyone's just running all the time.
This has an excellent use of the love triangle, especially given the time period. We've got misunderstandings. We have forbidden love and meddling weather. It's the windiest day London has ever seen.
Truly.
Linnie, as our guest, where would you like to start with the tropes?
Ooh, I mean, I think it's Shakespeare. I think we have to dive right into hidden identity because otherwise none of the rest of this will make sense, I think.
Yes, of course, the 12th night of it all.
Yeah, so you have, let's see, the hidden identities. You have just the base level, which is that Viola's pretending to be Thomas Kent, a regular actor. And that's just like the whole film, that they've got to keep that lie up.
Yeah.
And then Shakespeare pretends to be a nurse at one point.
And he's also lied about his name.
Yes.
He pretends to be that other playwright.
This whole subplot where he's trying to be Kit Marlowe,
Right.
the other playwright, to throw Lord Wessex off his scent. There's that. And then, does anyone else disguise themselves? Hidden identity-wise?
Well, the Queen and her ladies in waiting hide themselves in the theatre.
You are not telling me that the queen hid herself in a crowded theater with that neckline. Girl.
Girl, it's poking out of the cloak in any case. Like, what?
I firmly live in the belief that, like, this is not the first time that she does this, that, like, she and her handmaidens are just incredibly practiced at sneaking out to a public theater.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, it's kind of an open secret, maybe, with among some people, but they're just like, Lizzie's gonna get to the plays, and we just can't stop her. We just can't stop her.
They have to therefore have cloaks stashed in her carriage or something, because they had those things ready to go.
And it's a custom cloak, because it needed to fit over that hair and that neckline.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is something she does regularly. She knows how to do it. She's practiced.
But Yeah, like we alluded to, the thing with Lady Violet's hidden identity when she and Will are in the boat, he's busy waxing lyrically about the shape and the color of Lady Violet's eyes while staring right into the same eyes. And I'm like, my guy.
I love how blasé and bro-y he is about it when he thinks he's just talking to some other dude, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then the kiss at the end when she runs off is just so fun. Because we know, and you can see his shock about it, and then you can see him lean into it.
Yeah.
And then Boat Guy fixes it immediately. Oh my gosh, I love Boat Guy so much.
Boat Guy's just watching this whole play unfold in front of him.
And let it be said, both guys didn't say nothing. The whole movie, we're clearly all aware what was going on.
Yeah.
And they didn't say shit. They were like, we are here to facilitate true love, whatever's happening. We will do the boat chases, and we will tell no one. To me, these boat guys are the Shakespearean equivalent of, like, the cabbie scenes that you'll have and stuff. Like, the wise cabbie, you know, gives wisdom to one of the protagonists or something. It's 100% just someone was like, shit, we need a couple cabbies. Like, someone needs to be a chorus in this.
And then
what can we do about that?
the incredible thing is he's like, okay, so that's Lady Violet, and you're Shakespeare, right? Before you go, would you read my screenplay? I just can't believe you did.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Shoot your shot. That's so good.
I mean, he just helped a brother out.
Yeah.
Just the whole shenanigans of furthering with the hidden identity, Lady Violet having to get out of her drag when Lord Wessex comes a-calling and forgets the moustache and has to turn around.
Jasmine was like, where were they getting spirit gum
Yeah.
in the 1500s?
How are you sticking it on your face? I need to know.
Such a good point.
This doesn't make any sense. It looks so precise. How is it staying there? Where did you get a lace front wig?
Yeah, and that wig is staying in place. I mean, she's doing fight choreography in that and everything.
Yeah. So the hidden identities lead into, I think, the dramatic chases specifically, because there's a lot of, oh no, my identity's about to be revealed, or oh no, I'm about to be murdered because I'm in the wrong house. So I think that's where most of the dramatic chases come from, right? Like, and I think is it always Will chasing Viola?
No, we get one from her at the end where she does a runaway bride.
Right,
and dramatically runs towards the play.
Yeah.
The theater.
The theater.
That was another one where I was like, you're in an open square. There's not like anyone covering you. You're wearing a giant wedding gown. And no one said anything. You just went out the other side of the carriage.
No one spotted you.
I love it. The suspension of disbelief.
I think the thing is, everyone must just hate Lord Wessex, right?
Yeah.
He is so the worst that we just aren't gonna assist him in any capacity.
Yeah, that's the best take.
It's like, it's not our business that she's running away from him.
Yeah, exactly. I do it too.
Yeah.
I'd run too.
Exactly. I love the fact that we got a dramatic chase within the first half an hour of the film. That to me was so funny because we're used to seeing them right at the end.
Yeah, so often.
It's like the final chase. We can't let them go. But he's chasing after, quote, Master Kent. And it goes on because
It's so funny.
through the theater, out the theater, down the street, in the boat, across the thing, all the way to the house.
And then he waits outside of the house for hours and then pretends to be part of the troubadours so that he can get access into the building and then abandons the musicians and pretends to be a guest. Like, the whole thing is so insane.
Like, the confidence on this man to just walk onto the dance floor and start dancing where he is arguably not dressed in finery befitting this occasion.
That eye contact, though.
Yeah.
He just has all the swagger and charisma and he's just doing his thing.
And I love a dance scene that includes flirtations.
Love it.
We're doing all of this mental work while passively doing the choreo in the background. You guys, I love that.
This is one of the things I love about Bridgerton so much. Like, they do loaded, very little dialogue dancing scenes, and it's just so intense.
So good.
The way those two were staring at each other on the dance floor, like, they were ready to go. They were ready to, like, rip some clothes off right there.
And the electricity on the lift. She was like, ooh.
And then you're also seeing, like, Lord Wessex also is in that dance, so it's really neatly setting up all of the tension and, like, antagonism that's going to happen between all three of those characters.
Delightful.
And they're dancing.
It's
great.
And they're not missing a beat.
And it's also, like, for a movie that is about words, right, and poetry and the poetry of love, like, I think it is really interesting that they chose to set that up without words. Like, that most important establishing scene is largely unspoken. And it's just shown to us.
So good. You know I want to talk about montages. Okay, I'm sure that there was one earlier. But after he meets Lady Violet, he has this, like, I'm suddenly inspired by love and beauty and I can write now montage. Very good.
The one that you were thinking of before he meets Lady Violet, I was like, why can't I find it in my notes? It's because I had it as a trope. We have a bad auditions montage. Like,
yeah. That is so right. Bad audition montage.
So funny.
So good.
The majority of these guys are doing the same sonnet or whatever it is, and Shakespeare's just given up completely.
And it's all from Kit Marlowe, so it's also this, like, double stab of, like, why is no one doing my work? And then when Violet shows up, she's doing, I believe, a passage of Shakespeare's work, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
You're right.
And then once we discover Violet's true identity, they have this incredible writing rehearsal / intimacy montage where it's just like cutting back and forth while interspersing the actual balcony scene lines from Romeo and Juliet.
Yep.
We're seeing him write. We're seeing them do the scene on stage. We're seeing the two of them be intimate and then also do the lines together.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it goes on way longer than you think. Like, we've described it for you.
It's the whole balcony scene. It's the entire scene.
And I was just like, oh, we going.
I did that scene for an acting class once. It's like 6 minutes long of dialogue.
And it just keeps going.
It's so much scene.
And going.
It's a record montage.
I never felt like any of it ever drags, and it really should have. I mean, maybe I just love a period drama, but I think it's really that they are all just so committed to whatever is happening at any moment.
Yeah, they've really committed to the bit.
Yeah, this is riveting.
Love it.
They care every moment so much. Yeah.
The acting in this is really good, and these actors are doing a lot of Shakespeare as well, which I love to do, but not everyone necessarily does, and yeah, they really go for it.
I think that those are the montages. I can't think of any more.
Those are all the ones I've written down.
Okay, and it's not a montage, but the callback commitment in this film is also top tier. There's so many callbacks, and they end up feeling kind of montagey because you see the same thing over and over again. But yeah, the callback game in this is strong.
And some excellent payoffs.
Yes.
This is just a super quick one. We've spoken about the ones that I was really dying to talk about, but there should be a subsection of meddling weather, the subsection being wind blows piece of paper into someone's face.
It's either aggressive rain or snow that forces people into close proximity, or it's wind that magically brings you all of the information that you need.
It's just a way to move the plot along.
Also, in that moment, it's incredible because Violet gets the piece of paper, reads it, shows it to the nurse, and then, without exchanging a single other word,
I know.
Right.
they completely understand the plan in which Violet's gonna run to the theater and the nurse is gonna distract Lord Wessex, giving her time to run. There's not even a hint of pause. They're just like, this is what we gotta do. We're gonna go do it.
So good. I love the nurse.
She's so great.
The thing I love about the poster is they also show it to you before they kick off the magical wind shenanigans.
Yes.
And the poster has casting and billings and the new location because they're in a new theater. And the bottom of it actually has the stunt casting, which for me is the funniest thing they could have done. It says, like, special appearance by the apothecary. I can't believe that they've done this.
And the thing with this messy wind and the piece of paper is that I live in a city where we have winds that are so strong, it's literally known as the Cape Doctor because it blows away all the smog and all of the pollution. That's how strong the wind is. Like, if you go online, you will see images of people like hanging onto poles and onto lampposts and stuff because the wind blows you away. Like, this wind is crazy strong. Never in all my life has a piece of paper ever blown into my face. Never mind containing pertinent information that will change my life.
When will the wind bless you, Jane? When?
I'll report back one day. Maybe this will be a prophecy.
I hope so.
Well, if neither of you have anything else...
No, I'm good.
Shenanigans?
Yay, shenanigans!
Shenanigans!
You know, I like to start hot right at the beginning.
Yes.
Because a nice tight opening is going to set the tone for the rest of the movie.
Absolutely.
And this is such a good one.
I had to go back and look for the dialogue because it was so funny. It opens up, we get a dramatic script shot that transitions to a torture reveal, which already is just a bold choice.
Yeah, I mean, they got to get their money from the captain of the Black Pearl one way or another.
It also has nothing to do with the actual, like, romantic core of the film.
No.
It's purely just establishing everything else that's gonna happen.
Right.
Pretty much. Like, everything about the theater and the driving conflict.
And it sets the tone, which is great.
Which is so important, and they did it so well.
Mm-hmm. And the fun back and forth was, he's like, no, wait, I have a new play. And the torturer's like, put his feet back in the fire. And he's like, it's a comedy. Cut off his nose. And he's like, it's a new play by William Shakespeare. And cut off his ears too. Like, it's just so funny.
One of the things I loved is as they're trying to figure out what they're going to do, they're like, oh, how are we going to cast it? Where's the money going to come from to pay people? And the guy's just like, we'll give the actors a share of the profits. The guy's like, there's never any profits. And the other guy's, exactly.
Which, like, facts.
Oh.
Mustache twirl. I was going to say, when we do finally get to Shakespeare, we see him in his room with writer's block. And they go off to the theater, start working on the play, whatever it is. And he has to make a pit stop to go to his therapist's office, which I loved so much.
Yes.
Oh.
He made it like confession, but it's actually
he's
therapy.
at his therapist. It's so funny to me. And like the prescription is a magic bracelet.
Right.
Get out, you guys.
Like, none of this is historically accurate.
No.
But, like,
No.
it feels so grounded. I don't know. There's just this marvelous love of, like, theater and movie making that someone was like, what if we made this, like, took the modern day things we're all familiar with and then put them in Shakespeare and, like, not just for the joke. Each of these things, like, achieve a plot outcome.
Yeah.
It's not like just a reference to make a reference. We need something to move the plot forward in this way. And so we can use this modern reference to do that. And then just let's make it funny and feel it fits in the world in just a really batshit way. It's great.
My meta brain is going, the writer of this actual film was like, well, you know, before I went to the theater to go see rehearsal, I had to go see my therapist anyway, so I might as well put that in the show.
It does feel very meta.
The modern parallels.
The layers.
I wrote Chekhov's glass snake bracelet because I was like, some shit is gonna go down with that bracelet. And it's way more dramatic than I thought it would be.
Wild.
And I'm pleased for the payoff.
I love all of the parallels that they made into Romeo and Juliet. Like,
Yeah.
the way that the story plays out, he's in love with another person before he meets Juliet. And, like, he does that in this film, and then he meets Juliet, and the other one doesn't exist anymore.
Yes.
All of the ways that they parallel the two is very fun.
The evolution of the name alone, like when they're just coming up with the premise of this play.
Yes.
It starts off as Romeo and Ethel, the pirate's daughter. And then when he has this magical night with Rosalind, then he renames the play to Romeo and Rosalind. And then when he falls in love with Violet, then he's like, and she will be Juliet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of, like, layers that are in this.
That he hasn't written Twelfth Night yet, and then he names her Viola. Like,
Yeah, it should have been an incomprehensible mess.
Mhm.
And I mean, I guess part of it is, like, the audience is already really familiar with Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
But, like, even so, they did a great job of this not being incomprehensible. I mean, obviously, like, this was a very well-liked movie, But I think for me, knowing Shakespeare and knowing the theater, like, make me love this film even more.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The tongue-in-cheek of it all with the actors and the writers and everything around the theater systems is so funny.
There's definitely more of appreciation, I think, that you would have for this film if you are familiar with Romeo and Juliet and if you are familiar with the theater industry as a whole. But I agree that they did a good job in making it accessible to people who don't and who aren't.
Yeah.
Like, the extra joy in it is knowing that it really do be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not that, like, you have to know that to understand it.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Gosh, so good.
What I really appreciated about this film as well is how Will is literally hugging the wooden beam in the theater while he's watching Violet act.
It's holding him up.
It was so innocent and pure adoration. And I really like the fact that we're having a resurgence of men yearning. Jonathan Bailey is a really great example of doing this. And I'm like, yes, bring back men yearning. Just the pure look of genuine love and wonder that Joseph Fiennes is able to have in that moment is so endearing and hilarious.
Yes.
Just by how smitten he is.
So emotional. He's so emotional. This version of Shakespeare is the most emotional person I've ever met.
So
It's
deep
just
in his
delightful.
feels.
Jasmine and I were talking about this, and we were like, we'll never know what Shakespeare was really like, but he had to have had an outsized vibe, right? Like, there had to be some larger than life. Like, I don't know if this was the true one,
Yeah.
but it certainly feels adequate to however expansive of a person he had to be in some dimension.
It's just fun. It's fun to see it. It was a fun choice.
Like, I don't think he could have written what he did without being very familiar with the spectrum of human emotion and feel them so deeply and so keenly.
And the monologues that he's given so many of his femme characters, he clearly listened to and spoke to plenty of women.
Yeah.
The clarity is there still in the writing now. So just so interesting. I wish we knew. I wish we had more information.
Truly. First thing I do with a time machine.
One of my favorite little throwaway bits is when I think it's the competing or rival troupe that comes back into a theater and like all hell breaks loose. They get into this big fight.
Yeah.
And one of the actors checks his script. I don't see this fight.
The drama of the scene is so fun.
Oh, that whole journey, because that's the guy who, in the very beginning, was the money lender who's threatening the director and the owner of the Rose. His journey to being, like, all in with the theater.
We love a character arc.
Beautiful.
To just love our two main characters being like, fuck this shit, I'm out, and going through the trapdoor to make out.
The two of them are so recklessly horny for each other, which is like how they get found out in the first place.
But I mean, it's not entirely their fault. It's also that snitch of a child who keeps showing up.
Yeah.
So funny.
John Webster?
Yeah.
That's like a real person.
A playwright.
Like going on to being a playwright, yeah.
I didn't realize that. That's so funny.
He wrote like kind of like macabre tragedies.
Like about the worst of the human condition.
Fully a real person.
That's wild. And this snitch of a kid,
I love the character development to be like, this is his origin story.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, he shouldn't have been peeping, but also they were hooking up in like a dressing room. Anyone could have walked in.
Yeah, they wanted to get caught.
Also, the nurse being like the absolute best got your back, ride or die person when Will and Lady Violet sleep together for the first time.
I love her so much.
Dragging the rocking chair, and when a maid comes to deliver food, like
Rocking as hard as she can to cover the bed creaking sounds.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's like so perfect. And then she guards the door and sleeps out there and then knocks in the morning to be like, hey, get up, get up, get up, get up and get it together right now before someone catches you, get up.
I would love to talk about, is it kind of hidden identity, misunderstanding, something along that line, but when the other playwright gets killed
Oh, yeah.
and Lord Wessex thinks that it's Shakespeare, and Shakespeare turns up at the funeral and Lord Wessex runs screaming because he thinks Shakespeare's a ghost.
He thinks he's being haunted for his actions.
I can't.
And Lady Violet is like literally being propped up because she's so upset having found out the news that Shakespeare's dead.
Yeah.
At least that's what she thinks. And so his showing up at the church is literally upsetting for everyone around. And isn't this the same homie who dies that helped him write the play at the beginning while they were day drinking?
It is.
Yes, it is. Who he just threw under the bus.
Yeah, that sucks. And obviously it's a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
But at that point, he believes it's his fault. And then we get like a little mini montage where he's in a church, like on his knees, praying and screaming and asking for forgiveness. And like, we didn't need any of this, but thank goodness for it.
He's like beating his chest. Like, he's not just like sitting there, he's like begging for forgiveness.
Yeah.
He's irrationally upset and he played it so sincerely. And I was like, you guys, this is too much, which is the tone of the film.
I mean, if any point they had backed down, it wouldn't have worked.
Right.
Absolutely. If for a moment you see any hesitation or self-consciousness, like, it just doesn't work.
Nope, full send only.
All of this grief Lady Violet goes through is also so unnecessary. If you just ask a freaking question, use his name. Don't use a pronoun. Girl, don't just say, oh, he's gone then. Ask.
I mean, I always interpret it a bit like she really shouldn't know who this person is. So I always interpreted it as her being like, shit, I can't ask any more questions because then it's going to be real suspicious.
Yeah, and she's already upset waking up that morning and going to church.
Because they've broken up.
Yeah, because the night before, after the giant brawl, they're at that house of ill repute or whatever, and someone blows up Shakespeare's spot as being married, and then there's another dramatic chase. Oh my gosh, there's so many dramatic chases.
So many.
And so she thinks he's dead after this terrible fight that they've had, which is even worse for her.
But I think she gave herself away more by just immediately assuming that it's who they're both thinking of. Because if she's not supposed to be bothered what's going on, she'll just be like, oh, who? Because I think Lord Wessex says, oh, it's a real loss for the theatre or whatever. And then her reaction, immediately thinking of Shakespeare, girl, you're kind of like showing your hand there.
That's so fair.
She's not thinking, though.
No,
This character is not a big thinker.
neither of them really do a lot of that.
No, they don't.
It's vibes.
They're pure Ed, actually.
Yeah.
She is definitely slightly the more realistic one. I mean, she's the one who brings it up of like, this is a season. This isn't life.
Right.
Which I kind of like, much in the way that this parallels Romeo and Juliet. From the very beginning, they're like, they die. You know, pretty early on in the film, you get the sense that really there isn't going to be a miracle. The film doesn't try to, like, waste your time with that.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah.
The vulgar way that the Queen is just like to Lord Wessex, marry her if you like, but she's been plucked since I've seen her last, and not by you.
But I loved it too, though, because she's like, takes one to know one. It's very good.
I mean, look, Queen Elizabeth was probably, as far as we know, pretty messy. So...
She's, again, another absolute homie at the end, too.
Yeah.
They go to out Violet and try to get the production shut down and, you know, called out for indecency or what have you for having a woman on stage. And I just love the Queen showing up and being like, it's a very convincing outfit, but, you know, props and costumes. I would know, being a woman who has to be in a position where it's difficult.
Being a woman in a man's role.
Again, the only explanation for any of this is that the Queen just really fucking loves theater.
Yes.
Has to be.
I mean, she obviously is known to love it. Like, she puts on the plays, she does all, but like, she really loves theater. This Queen does, you know?
Yeah.
It's so good. Even at the end, literally looking at straight up, obviously Violet, and be like, well, Lord Thomas, it looks like Lord Wessex has lost his wife. Would you go fetch her,
That's so
go inside,
funny.
and do a little switcheroo? I'll see you in 5.
And the way she tells the guy who wants to shut the whole thing down, it's certainly not a lewd production, because I, as Queen, would never attend a lewd production. She found the biggest loophole that there ever was.
Are you calling me an idiot? You certainly aren't calling me the Queen.
An idiot who attends public displays of lewdness.
Cannot be. I'm the head of the church.
To delightful. The rest of the Romeo and Juliet production is also so funny. They do the whole thing, basically. I don't even know, is that 15 minutes of movie? Like, when I think about what the writer actually wrote compared to what is just Romeo and Juliet montages, this is 60 minutes of actual script and the rest is just William Shakespeare put in.
So funny. What was so cool about getting to watch basically the last 15 minutes of the play is that they instructed the audience to react as though they've seen this for the first time. So the gasp of Juliet waking up and the emotion on everyone's faces. Imagine what it must have been like to watch this for the first time.
That they just missed each other.
Oh,
So good. Also, just the shenanigan of getting her on the stage. That young man's voice changed overnight.
It's a touch of the cold, you know? Oh, man.
I like that they plant the seed right at the beginning when he's first cast and
Yeah.
Shakespeare grabs his balls and is like, voice hasn't broken yet.
No, like Jasmine's saying, like, this film does not miss a callback.
References abound. So good.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but the costume that Mercutio is wearing is the same purple that Kit Marlowe is wearing, I'm fairly sure.
wow.
Like, he's the only person who wears purple, I think, that shade in the whole film.
Love that.
That was just a fun little reference there as well.
I'm not surprised. I never take enough attention with the costuming, but the costume department always does stuff like that, and it's
Yeah.
very cool.
Speaking about through lines with costuming, the guy who plays the apothecary...
His blue cap is there in the show.
Yes, because he mentions it first, and Will is like, basically, I don't care, like, whatever. And then he brings it with such reverence. He's like, will this be okay? Will this work? It's so sweet.
I love his whole journey, being the one who didn't care about the theater and now desperately wanting to be a part of it.
Very sweet.
And doing a good job.
And being so self-absorbed. You're an actor now, my guy.
Truly.
Also, speaking about like fun script stuff, is how Will wins Mercutio over by saying like, but he has this brilliant fight scene and then this brilliant monologue and then he gets to die in the most dramatic way, and all of these things are true, but it's so funny how it's woven in as a way to appease this actor's ego.
I mean, if I were to do Romeo and Juliet, that's the role I want, so...
It's a great freaking role.
That or the nurse. Those are the only two roles that I would want to do in that play.
Mercutio just has so many good puns. Yeah, clearly the best guy.
Yeah.
One last little thing.
Yeah.
Where we see Will practicing his signature over and over and over again. The vanity on this man.
I don't even remember that. That's so funny.
That's the first thing we see from him.
Yes.
Like, he's not even writer's block. He's just writing his signature.
And then he crumples up this piece of parchment paper to reveal yet another piece of parchment paper filled with discarded signatures already.
I remember you telling me, Jane, that one time you were in acting class and you looked over and one of your classmates was practicing their signature. And that lives in my brain rent-free, that's a real thing. It's so bad.
That's so funny because I don't remember this at all.
You told me, and it was one of those moments where I was like, I have to never become that kind of actor.
I must have purged it from my brain, or it has been replaced by other shocking things that I've seen.
I think if I remember correctly, it was also like the kind of person who did The Seagull and thought that Constantine was the most important character. I think it was that guy.
No, it's different people. But yes, that is also a red flag.
For the amount of egotistical actors in this movie, there was like a lack of the terrible ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone was an egotistical actor, but there wasn't anyone where you were like, you just suck.
Yeah.
Big egos, but hearts full.
That was just Lord Wessex.
Yeah.
Like this film was really divided into people who love theater and Lord Wessex.
That's it. There's only two types of people. Well, that means it's time for
Fun Fab Fail.
Hey.
I'm gonna give this a fab.
I'm also gonna give this a fab, and I will fight via flexi bendy stage swords anyone who says differently.
Oh dear, we're gonna have to get into a fake fight because mine is a fun.
Oh no.
That's so fair, though.
Say more.
Okay, so here's my thing. This is a film I think I normally would have given a fun, but I think the full send commit to everything. And at one point I turned to Linnie and I said, I can't tell if they know they're making a campy film or if they meant for like that last scene to be taken seriously. And so I'm questioning my own judgment.
That's so funny.
Plus the fact that they made me actually like Gwyneth Paltrow. And so that for me automatically makes it a fab.
That's super fair.
For sure. The premise is fun, but like combined with the execution, I think it's fab.
The fun for me is independently of the rom-com genre, I love this film. I think it holds up super well. I love the fact that it's campy. I really enjoyed all the references to Romeo and Juliet and all the bits and all the callbacks. So nothing wrong with the film as a whole. As a rom-com, when I look at my notes, at some point I just stopped writing notes and was just enjoying watching the film, but I wasn't taking as many notes as I usually do for like a fabulous rom-com or even some of the top tier fun ones.
At a certain point, we're just watching Romeo and Juliet, so yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, even though I love that, but as a rom-com, that's why it didn't quite crack the fab rating for the genre.
That's
but
fair.
It was a fabulous time watching.
No, that's so fair. I can see that. I'll allow it.
I mean, if I'm ever in New York, we can go hire some stage combat swords.
There's great little public stages. I'm sure we can get a couple more people involved. It'd be great.
A full brawl, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that brings us to
Our favorite section.
Hey.
Give me
the
the
cheese,
cheese,
please.
please.
cheese, 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 cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Okay. 3,
2,
1.
1.
American
Blue.
Apostle.
So, Linnie, as our guest, you can choose to go first or last or
Anywhere in between.
Sure. I'll just go first. Get out of the way. Okay, for me, I chose American cheese for 2 reasons. One, because is it really a cheese? In the same way that, like, is Shakespeare in Love really a rom-com? Maybe. And the second is that American cheese gets a bad rap, but is actually a very versatile cooking tool and is good in a lot of different things. Much in the same way that I think this movie, sometimes people are like, oh, it didn't deserve to win all the Oscars. I'm like, you gotta look at the whole, you gotta look at what it's doing, not just your definition of is it a good cheese or not, you know? And also, like, I know that it is, this is an American cheese, but, like, this movie does feel more American than it feels British, in the same way that, like, a Ren Fair is not a British thing.
period.
A little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's it's very Hollywood in a way that I find delightful.
It's amazing that you said that, because I was thinking that as I was watching this doesn't feel like a period piece. It feels like I'm at a Renaissance fair. The modernity popping into the history. I was like, this is not an accurate period piece.
Not even a little bit.
No.
No.
Like, there were clearly a lot of things where, like, I can tell that they did the research.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff where you can tell they are pulling from the historical record.
Yeah.
But there is absolutely no inclination to change anything in the story or to make it historically accurate. Where they could make a decision to make it accurate, they did. But when anything came into conflict, they were like, nope.
Yeah.
We're going with the story.
All for the benefit of the gag.
Yeah. The comedy above all else.
Yes.
That's so fun. Okay, so I went with Oxford Blue, which is a blue that came after the Stilton in the UK. It started on the same farms and then was relocated. And the reason why is because a Stilton is a little bit firmer at room temperature, whereas an Oxford Blue kind of falls apart. Much like if you overanalyze some of the choices and things that are happening, it starts to fall apart.
Just like, don't think about it.
Yes, we are here for a suspension of disbelief. I can imagine that this film could perhaps be a polarizing one. I don't know that it'll be for everyone, and like blues can be kind of polarizing.
Yeah.
It's certainly for me. I had a great time. And the last most important thing is with the historical accuracies. As we all know, Oxford in England being one of the finest learning establishments on the planet, a place where perhaps if you went, you would know that none of this is historically accurate, that this is just vibes. And that's why this is an Oxford blue.
Oh, incredible.
Okay, so I went with a camembert parcel. This is absolutely based on a true story. Going to a restaurant, seeing a starter, camembert parcel. And I've made and had camembert parcels before. Delightful. What arrived on my plate was an entire wheel of camembert wrapped in phyllo pastry.
Whoa.
Am I really going to eat a whole wheel of camembert right now? I could not finish it.
That's an insane amount of cheese.
It's so much cheese. Like, if you're having a cheese board, there's no way you're digging into an entire wheel by yourself. So that was an insane starter dish. Much like it was kind of insane to have almost the entirety of Romeo and Juliet wrapped up within this film. I am not mad at it, but that's a lot. For that reason, this film is like a camembert cheese parcel.
Oh gosh.
Asterisk, an entire wheel of camembert.
That was delightful. These were all so fun.
Yep.
And that's why we do cheese.
Fantastic. It's an incredible metaphor.
Well, everyone, there you have it. That was our discussion of Shakespeare in Love.
Let us know your thoughts on the movie, any shenanigans we may have missed, or what cheese you think it is.
You can follow us on Instagram at shenanigansensoupod, or you can email us at shenanigansensoupod@gmail.com. And Linnie, where can they find you?
You can find me anywhere at Linnie Schell. I'm also a game producer and various game masters at Twice Rolled Tales, if you're into the TTRPG space. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yay!
Thank you for coming.
It was great. So we hope you'll join us next time. And until then, it all works out.
How?
I don't know.
It's a mystery.
Hell yeah. This was so much fun, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much for bringing us this.
The only thing that could have made this any better is if they made it a little more gay.
They did make an effort to make Shakespeare heterosexual, and we don't know a lot about Shakespeare, but that is factually untrue. It just would have been really funny for him to fall in love with Thomas Kent as well.
Yeah.
There's just so much potential there.
That would have been great.
Yeah, just full send.